yeah, it was a bit too easy to do. Let me check for the speed. Okay, it was 18. So yeah, the dying animation is something like that. Sweet, isn't it? So I have a die animation. Let's see if it's kicking in. Let's die, but on spikes. It's better. Okay, so the problem is that I respawn instantly, and the animation landing is running. So yeah, it's a bit of a problem. So what you want now that you are dying, you don't want to respawn. You don't want to respawn. You want to respawn once the dying animation is done. So you will have to offset what we've done on the death animation by using player animation on finished die and do everything. So I will call a new function, I will set up a new function called respawn and do everything we've done on death on respawn except for launching the animation. This way we don't have to change this, we just have to call the respawn function when we're finished here. I could have saved myself from making another function and just tuck this part underneath. But just for the sake of naming things, I prefer using a function. When the animation die is finished, I respawn. Whereas if I put this here, I have to read what happens to say, what I do when the animation die is finished? I don't remember. Ah yeah, I set up the HP, I respawn, I check the checkpoint. No, you don't want to bother with that. You put this everything in a function, and that's only when you want to change how you respawn, you go back to the function and you change the implementation. But if you are happy about how you respawn, you can hide this in a function that does all the heavy lifting. So now you should be able to die a more neater way. Okay, it's working almost right. It's just a problem of origin. You want the origin to be at the feet always. You noticed again that I didn't crop my animation. And you don't, another thing, you don't want to crop your animation too early. If you want to be able to use the apply to all animation. If I crop and you see here my animation moving from the frame of the animation, and my bottom part won't be exactly the same, so you better keep your frame for the coordinates of these points to be the same in all the frame. So you apply the to all animation and then you start the cropping. Yeah, I have a crappy animation. So the points stay where you put it. And that's also why I don't crop too early. It's because sometimes you just want to... here I may be cropping for nothing because the point isn't set at the proper place. So you usually don't want to crop early at all. Just when you're finished with the animation, okay, you can crop. Die. Okay, so I can die now. I can die, but I don't see if you've seen it, but when I die I can still move my character. We didn't have this problem before because we were respawning exactly at the same time. So here we want the player ignoring input, and here when we respawn we want to go back, get back the input. Also when you respawn, I think there's an animation running, die, and we respawn, and you have a landing animation, which to me doesn't look too bad, but it's maybe you want to you don't want to have that. So one way to avoid it is to have a little variable telling you you are respawning. And boolean. So here you switch it to respawn, set boolean respawn to true. Then you can here filter your animation on landed and you're not respawning. Here you use the landing animation and you can switch it back here the first time you fall. It's a bit ugly. For now that's the only solution I think of. I didn't use triggers before, so I had another solution for that, but respawning to false. You can use things like this. You should be able to, should work. I know. Okay, so I'll see how I can solve this problem. The respawn didn't do any good. Oh, maybe no. No, because it's falling, that's why. Yeah, let's focus on something else before. Let's see your question. So yeah, I've read that. Compare angle might be okay. For what? When you select the frame itself to the property frame speed more than clear. Okay. What program did you use to create? Okay, I will go back to this. After all animation for origin. Yep. How important is it to crop animation? I'm finding here you can start now. I'm finding here. Maybe a system weight might help. Okay. So let's tackle this question. First, what program did you use? I use a 3D software. I got the animation from internet. I didn't have time to create the whole character. And yeah, I agree with Kiat, but I will finish on this question. Yeah, I will record. You're not sure? Oh, it's limited. Oh shit. Anyway, if there's something missing in the video, I will probably re-record things. Okay, so no, that's not a problem. I will, in any case, I will, because I wanted to tackle as well the animation for the enemies. I've done what I had in my list, but it's a bit incomplete. So we'll see. I will talk a bit more about animation on an extra video. So now I will just answer your question here. Yeah, I used a 3D package to animate the character. I found a Creative Commons character I found on the net. I didn't have time to really make the character. It's a lot of work, texturing and modeling. So I just rigged it, I animated it, and I took some. I set the camera slightly, not exactly in the profile, but a bit in a 3/4 view, so you have a more interesting profile. And I have made just render, 3D render. So that's tiny 3D render. You can see here. How important the cropping? It's important to for download time. The invisible, the transparent pixels takes some place in the file. So cropping is definitely something you have to do to optimize your game. It's also, I think, important for performance for drawing. The drawing functions don't have to consider this part; they just have to consider this part. So it's always a bit faster to have smaller resources to draw. Finally, maybe system weight. Yeah, using system weight. I use system weight only when I can't use anything else. Because I prefer my my animation system to be what's called data driven, which means I want my animation to tell me when to end things, when to start things. This way I can make a longer animation if I want, and it won't be clipped. If I do on death, trigger the animation, wait 1 second and respawn, I might want to do a death animation of 2 seconds, and I will have to change this part. If I just do on end animation, respawn, it will just last as much as I want. I can even do on end animation, wait half of a second and respawn. I can this way I still have my data-driven system, plus I offset it by 0.5 seconds if I want. So yeah, the wait animation is good in some case, but in this case I prefer using the animation information. I'm afraid too. I'm always afraid. We're going off this record, and that's the cool side of it. There might be an issue, got to check, it should be fine. YouTube maybe, yeah, worth. No, YouTube you split the video, so it shouldn't be a problem. Got it. Not only for the not time. Memory, yeah, exactly. Or make the image play slower, a frame. No, because the frames are pasted every frame. At every cycle of your global game loop, every assets are pasted on the Canva. So even if your player isn't moving, it is pasted in the Canva. So you don't gain performance by stop animation. So yeah, I think I'm done with that. What I will do in an extra video today or tomorrow is I will implement these enemies, the animation you have in Neon Platformer. I want to tackle this in the video because I use something interesting for this, which is the containers. Because my animation, my objects, my robots have 3 parts. It was to I had planned to do something with these 3 parts, but I didn't, I think. Yeah, that's it. And that's a good way to show you how containers work, according to picking and to creation deletion. I will in the video as well try to make it a bit more pretty, start to implement some good graphics. And the last thing I wanted to do is to create a pickup to replenish your health. But I think for the pickup to replenish your health, you can do it yourself. I will do it in the video, don't worry, because I plan to reproduce exactly the Neon Platformer, exactly in terms of mechanisms. but I think you can yourself do, you know how to handle pickup, you know how to increment counter by